This is an I Can Read book. It's called Fancy Nancy Pajama Day, written by Jane O'Connor. Pictures based on the art of Robin Priest Glasser. And I love Fancy Nancy books. Not only does Nancy love to dress fancy, she likes to use fancy words. I hope you have fun listening to the fancy words that Nancy uses in this book. I'm also going to be looking at the facial expressions on all of the characters' faces. There's so much you can tell by looking at the characters' faces. Let's have fun doing that now. I'm looking at Nancy's face right now, and I notice that two of the characters that are by her side have on the same pajamas. I wonder what Nancy is thinking or feeling, and what is going on in this story. Let's turn the page and find out.
Class, don't forget, Miss Glass says. Tomorrow is Pajama Day, we shout in unison. That's a fancy word for all together.
Do you notice everyone's smiling and they look pretty happy and excited, don't they?
I plan to wear my new nightgown. I must say, it is very elegant. Elegant is a fancy word for fancy.
Do you notice the look on Nancy's face? I think she looks very proud as she's imagining what she'll look like tomorrow for Pajama Day.
Then the phone rings. It is Bree. She says, I'm going to wear my pajamas with pink hearts and polka dots. Do you want to wear yours? We can be twins.
Bree is Nancy's best friend, and let's watch and see just what kind of a best friend Bree is to Nancy as the story unfolds.
Ooh, I say, being twins would be fun. Then I look at my elegant nightgown. What a dilemma. That's a fancy word for problem.
And there's Nancy looking in the mirror with her new nightgown on. She does have a dilemma. She has to choose between wearing her new nightgown or being twins and wearing the same pajamas as her best friend is going to. What do you think Nancy will do?
Finally, I make up my mind. I tell Bree I'm going to wear my brand new nightgown. Bree understands. She is my best friend. She knows how much I love being fancy.
I'm looking at Bree's face, and even though she does understand Nancy's decision, I'm wondering if Bree is just a little bit disappointed.
The next morning at school, we can't stop laughing. Everyone's in pajamas. Even the principal. He is carrying a teddy bear. Miss Glass has on a long nightshirt and fuzzy slippers. I am the only one in a fancy nightgown. That makes me unique. You say it like this, unique.
So far, Pajama Day is off to a great start. Look how happy both of these characters look.
Nancy, look, says Bree. Clara has on the same pajamas as me.
Look at the expression on Nancy's face. She looks, I think, surprised that Clara has on the same pajamas as Bree. I wonder what she's thinking.
Bree and Clara giggle. We're twins, says Clara. And we didn't even plan it.
Bree and Clara look excited. How does Nancy look?
At story hour, Miss Glass has us spread out our blankets. She reads a bedtime story. Clara and Bree lie next to each other. We're twins, Clara keeps saying. At recess, Clara takes Bree's hand. They run to the monkey bars. Come on, Nancy, Bree calls. But it is hard to climb in a long nightgown, and I can't hang upside down. Everyone would see my underpants. At lunch, I sit with Bree and Clara. They both have grape rolls in their lunch boxes.
Oh, look at the expression on Nancy's face now.
Isn't that funny, Nancy? Asks Clara. We even have the same dessert. I do not reply. That's a fancy word for answer. Pajama Day is not turning out to be much fun. I wanted to be fancy and unique. Instead, I feel excluded. That's fancy for left out. The afternoon is no better. Clara and Bree are partners in folk dancing. Robert steps on my hem. Some of the lace trim on my nightgown rips. At last the bell rings. I am glad Pajama Day is over. Do you want to come play at my house? I ask Bree.
Oh, Nancy looks happy again, but look at Bree's expression. I wonder what she's thinking and what she's going to say.
But Bree can't come. She's going to Clara's house. I know it's immature. That's fancy for babyish. But I almost start to cry.
Look at the expression on Nancy's teacher's face. I think Nancy's teacher knows something is bothering Nancy.
Then, as we are leaving, Bree and Clara rush over. Nancy, can you come play too? Clara asks.
Nancy still looks down, but look how excited Clara and Bree both look.
Yes, I say. I just have to go home first to change.
Well, everyone looks quite happy now. I wonder what Nancy has to go home first to change into.
Now we are triplets.
Do you see what Nancy changed into? Nancy is very lucky to have such a best friend, and how nice of Clara. These are the fancy words used in this book. Remember, dilemma is a problem. I bet you've had dilemmas in your life. Elegant means fancy. Excluded means left out. Immature means babyish. Reply is an answer. Unique, one of a kind. Don't forget you say it like this, unique. And unison, which means all together. Have fun trying to use these fancy words. For example, if you have a problem, you could say, I have a dilemma. Or if you're ever feeling left out, you could say, I feel excluded. Have fun using these words, and don't forget you are one of a kind. You are unique.